I'm Phil Duggan, founder, chairman of Bright Duggan. We've been operating for 40 years. We'd be Sydney's largest strata professional company and one of Australia's largest professional strata companies. The reason we use Kelly+Partners was very straightforward in the fact that we had had an association with Kelly+Partners for 30 odd years in the auditing and accounting. So when my decision was made to sell, it was very clear to me that I should go to Kelly+Partners to get some advice. It was important to me that we maintain the culture that I'd spent 40 years in building up. It was my opinion that that was the reason that Bright Duggan had reached the top of the ladder, and to be a company where people wished to work was the culture of the management and staff. And I want to ensure that that was continued on as a legacy of mine. I thought it'd be a fairly straightforward transaction. As it turned out, it was long, arduous, and at times frustrating. But in hindsight, when I look back at it, I fully understand all of those reasons as to why it was that. Selling to a public company and splitting up a share portfolio, we had 60,000 lots, we had contracts to move over. So I really fully understand now that I possibly took too lightly in the early stages of how easy it would be to now the complexity of it. And I think Kelly+Partners helped us through those periods extremely well. Kelly+Partners assisted me in bringing professionalism, tremendous advice, very comprehensive teamwork, comfort in a lot of ways of going through areas that I was not sure of, particularly Brendan and his team, I might add. It wasn't only Brendan, he had a tremendous team with Joyce and others there that were amazingly helpful in taking things forward. We had great advice, whether it be taxation with Tony Noons. We had other areas where they could give us information and advice, which we took, and it helped us immensely to have a broad team of various areas that they could work into and help me on the way. I found the advice I was receiving was very accurate, very professional, and in the meetings that we had, it would flow that we could see where we were going in the process. My recommendation would be that as you grow, as we have up to 60,000 lots now, to ensure that your bookkeeping and documentation is totally up to date. What I expected from the sales transaction and what I have learnt was to be more flexible, to listen to others, to take advice, and to get as much professional help as I could. We've achieved succession, and my son Chris is the managing director of Bright Duggan. I think Bright Duggan will continue to grow, particularly with their new partner now, to be the leading strata title company within Australia. Overall, I've been very happy with the transaction, and it certainly exceeded my expectations.